In October, student leaders at the University of Mississippi voted to remove the state flag, and not even a week later, the flag was down. A bomb threat has shut down the nation's second largest school district. All schools in Los Angeles are closed while police do a thorough search of each building. A new transportation bill President Obama signed in the nick of time just hours before the old one expired includes something you may not have realized. December 23rd will now be a day many associate with yesterday's storms, but it's also a day people in the city of Tupelo will never forget. 2 years ago, Police Sergeant Gil Stauffer was killed in the line of duty. Members of the fallen officer's family, the Tupelo Police Department, city leaders, and people from the community gathered at the Link Center Wednesday in remembrance of Sergeant Stauffer. One of the hottest gifts this holiday season is too hot to handle. Take a look at this. I'm talking about hoverboards. Two major retailers have put the brakes on the popular item amid safety concerns. Recent reports of fires associated with the boards prompted Amazon to pull most of them from its website, and Overstock.com shelved them all together. The U.S. has been taking in Syrian refugees looking to escape the violence overseas, but security concerns have governors all over the country saying they're not welcomed in their state. Jill, thank you. So maybe you're up this morning, prepping for that big Thanksgiving dinner tonight. Well, health experts have some good reminders to make sure your feast is delicious and safe. The first rule is to keep everything clean, starting with your hands. Experts say it's important to remember it's just one day. Let people be who they're going to be, and don't allow it to affect how much you enjoy your holiday. But if it gets to be too much, just walk away. Take a deep breath, take a moment to relax. Let's talk some presidential news. We are getting a look at who's bringing in the most cash. Candidates will take advantage of the week between Christmas and the start of the new year to meet as many voters as possible. The top candidates on the Republican side have many events scheduled and plan to hit multiple states. A volunteer firefighter from Mississippi who was badly burned in a fire 14 years ago has received the most extensive face transplant ever performed. More than 24 people were killed by tornadoes in 5 states since Wednesday. It's part of a mixed bag of deadly weather in the nation's heartland, and the threat isn't over. Sticking with weather, while many parts of the country are enjoying unseasonably warm temperatures, parts of Utah were hit with a foot of snow, and it's still coming down. The gifts have been opened and the returns have begun, and now more shopping. That's right, for many consumers this week will be more than an opportunity to exchange the gifts they didn't like. A major retail development is coming to West Tupelo. City officials announced plans for a new shopping center to be built on the site of the former Hancock Fabrics. In West Point, police need the public's help in locating a suspect in a string of crimes. 17-year-old Tyrone Coleman is being sought in connection to a rash of burglaries. Two suspended Columbus officers will be allowed to return to work in January. Officers Max Branch and Yolanda Young were suspended following the shooting of Ricky Ball. City leaders are expected to add an additional reprimand to their records for repeatedly failing to properly use their body cams. According to a new policy, any further violations moving forward will result in termination. The death toll from yesterday's storms now stands at 6, and the governor has officially issued a state of emergency. Governor Phil Bryant will be in Asheville in about 30 minutes at 12:30. A new day is bringing to light the extent of the destruction in Holly Springs. Not a good start to the Christmas week for a Columbus business owner. Flames ripped through the butcher shop on 13th Street, according to firefighters. The blaze broke out around 4:30 a.m. Crews were able to prevent the fire from spreading to nearby businesses. We spoke to the business owner earlier today. Let's listen in. So much. 2 people were injured following a shooting at a West Point convenience store. The incident occurred early Sunday morning at the Texaco Gas Mart on the corner of Highway 45 Alternate and Main. Officers say at least 2 victims were transported to the hospital by private vehicle. The shooting is still under investigation. Well, more details are expected today regarding the standoff with authorities in Lowndes County. The incident occurred in the Black Creek community after authorities received a call about a man said to be suicidal. Our reporter who captured this video said family and friends, including his mother, were gathered outside while investigators negotiated with him. The man surrendered to sheriff's deputies and special response teams after 2 hours of a standoff.
All my windows exploded at once. It was crazy.
I looked up and saw the wall move.
Just blessed to be alive.
But 1 year ago today, a violent tornado tore through Tupelo and Lee County, leaving miles of destruction along the way.
Immediately following the storm, Mississippi showed its true colors. Neighbors helping neighbors, slowly but surely rebuilding life one brick at a time.
But it also received major help from an outside organization, a group who wanted to share love, faith, and lots of hope.
We're talking about 8 Days of Hope, and joining us now is founder of 8 Days, Steve Tiber. Steve, thanks for joining us.
Good morning to both of you.
You guys, as an organization, you've gone to several places after natural disasters. I remember you were responding after Katrina, after the tornado in Moore, Oklahoma. What was it like seeing your home, hit after this natural disaster?
You never expect to bring 8 Days of Hope to your own city.
You talked so much about this thing called the Tupelo spirit.
That's right.
What does that mean to you?
Well, it's just our special blend of civic pride and civic cooperation.
Wake of the tornado, the term Winston Strong was coined. After all the community has endured, what do you have to say about the resilience of the people of Louisville and Winston County?
Well, I can't say enough about that. The outpouring of support from everyone, just the human spirit.